Alright, so I did not have a camera to record myself doing the presentation, like in front of a TV or anything, so this is my next best choice. Uh, Recorded a screen grab of everything. So, four things I learned in Net 10. First, cat cables. I learned the differences between all of them. It was really helpful since I need Ethernet slash cat cables to play video games. Cat 5e has a maximum throughput of 1000 megabytes or 1 gigabyte per second. That's a pretty standard one used by gamers now. Yeah. The Cat 6 has maximum throughput of 10 gigabytes, 6A 10 gigabytes, but a bandwidth rate of 500 megahertz. And the Cat 7 has a bandwidth rate of 600 megahertz. I also learned how to create the Cat 5 cables with the lab that we did um, in class that one day. So it's orange, white, orange, green, white, blue, blue, white, green, brown, white, brown. It's really helpful since it's cheaper to make your own than go buy one from Walmart and that. So I can just buy the, uh, the stuff to make my own, and it would be a lot cheaper. I just have to buy the clamper thing to get to clamp it down to make it work. Next thing, signal propagation that I learned. I learned what reflection, diffraction, and scattering were when it comes to Wi-Fi signals. The reflection was the wave encounters an obstacle and bounces back towards its source, so kind of like a reflection in a mirror in some sort of way. It bounces off that object and then just reflects back. Diffraction, it splits into secondary waves when it encounters an obstruction. So, in the middle picture down there, it shows it splitting when it encounters an obstruction, splitting into multiple different waves, and then scattering the reflection in multiple different directions as a signal. I also learned about frequency ranges. I was kind of always confused about those, especially on routers when it says like 2.4 gigahertz and 5.0 gigahertz. I didn't really know what that meant, but now I have a better understanding of what it means. Um, I included a little bit of information, like 2.4 gigahertz has 11 communication channels and it's highly susceptible to interference through different things because, like it says in the textbook, they don't have to be registered through the FCC, I believe it was. So, yeah. And then the 5.0 gigahertz frequency range has four frequency bands, with that being 5.1, 5.3, 5.4, and 5.8. The next thing that interested me, I was interested in when it came to learning, or one of the things I learned, was different type of security threats that there are when it comes to networks. So war diving, it would be hackers like they drive around with a laptop and just search for unprotected wireless signals, like like McDonald's one. It's unprotected. You just have to click here to sign in, basically, and they can, since it's unprotected, they can access a lot of your information through your phone. Uh, Word chalking. This one I found interesting, where they chalk symbols within range of the access point to inform other people, like with the SSID, and if they're protected or not. That one I really interests me. I've never seen those signals before, so. But yeah, the Evil Twin. Basically, when they create an access point with legitimate sounding SSID to pose as an authorized access point. So basically, as like uh, something that looks like an access point, but it's not really one, so they can steal all your information. And then I learned about the different 802.11 uh, things. This really helped me when I was searching for a new router, or not a new router, yeah, a new router for my sister's house that I'm staying at, because her router is not very good. It didn't really help me search for it, but when you look on the box, it tells you what they are, and so I knew what they meant. instead of before when I looked at them that I didn't have a slightest clue what they meant. So 802.11b introduced in 1999, which separated the 2.4 gigahertz band into 22 megahertz channels. 802.11a is less likely to suffer from interference from incompatible LANs like microwave ovens and other things like that, but it was more expensive, so it's really preferred when it comes to all the other ones that are available. 802.11g was designed just to be as affordable, uh, not as 802.11g, but B, while increasing its maximum theoretical throughput. So it was designed to be better and just as affordable as 802.11b. And it was compatible with them, so when networks were upgrading, they could still be compatible with other things that were still using the 802.11b networks. And then the 802.11n, it was introduced in 2009, but was in development for many years before. Like they were selling them a lot. It had a maximum throughput of 600 megs, which was quite a lot, and it was backwards compatible with A, B, and G. So again, if they were upgrading to 802.11n, they could still be used with the previous ones. And then the 802.11 AC was approved in 2014. It was the first one to reach gigabit capabilities. Um, this is really good for how fast like networks or like how speeds are coming up now. Because a couple years ago, our fastest was like 10, 15 megs, about like 5, 10 years ago. And now we're seeing like Google Fiber, which offers a gig download speed and a gig upload. So this is really helpful. The last thing I learned that I will not pursue a career in networking. I learned a lot of information in this class. One thing I didn't include is how to put consoles into DMZs to protect you from hackers like getting your information and booting you offline. Um, Along with a better understanding of what DDoSing was. Uh, I now know that you can go into your like if you have a Netgear router, you can go into your logs and see if you've been DDoSed. It was really helpful if you're playing online games and you just suddenly lag out. You can go see what's wrong, and if you were hit offline or what was wrong with your internet. And I also wanted to thank you for working with me this semester after the tree fell on my house after the hurricane, to allow me to finish the semester, not drop out. It really helped me with me pursuing my college career or college education. I just wanted to thank you again for that. And then thank you for listening to me talk. Sorry I couldn't record myself in front of like a TV presenting this. I just didn't have a camera, and the only option was my laptop that I have. So I hope that this works. I hope this is good enough, and thank you for teaching me about networking this semester.